Okay, so let's start a new topic, which is now under numerical methods. So, first topic on numerical methods will be the simultaneous linear and nonlinear equations. So, first up is the bracketing methods. So, yung bracketing methods, we will have two values of x, okay? So, dalawang values ng x wherein between those two x values, doon natin mahahanap yung root ng isang equation. So, when we say root of an equation, it is where, say for example, this is your graph. Ito yung graph mo. And then, your function has this curve, example like this one. Ito yung function mo na f of x. So, yung root na sinasabi natin will be the point the function intersects at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0. The point at where the function f of x is equal to 0. Now, yung root na sinasabi natin is yung x value that makes the function equal to 0. Ngayon, for bracketing method, we will be setting two values. Okay? So, you will have two values dito. Say this is your 1x value and then the other one is nandito yung x of 2. So, ibig sabihin, between these points, lahat ng points dito, possible na root ng given na function. However, yung root lang naman, as we have said, yun lang yung magpapa-0 doon sa ating f of x. So, ito yung isosolve natin to find the root of an equation. Okay? So, yun yung bracketing. Meron siyang bracket. Meron siyang two values of x. Okay. Now, let's proceed to the first method under bracketing to solve for the root of an equation. So, the first one is the bisection method. This is also called the half-interval method. And this is the most reliable method under bracketing. Sa bracketing kasi, meron pa tayong incremental search, graphical method, but the bisection method is the most reliable. Okay, this works by narrowing the gap between the positive and the negative intervals until it closes on the root of the function. So, ang sabi dito, it closes or it works by narrowing the gap between positive and negative intervals. Okay? So, say for example, or in a bisection method, okay, the root lies between a positive and a negative y value. So, say for example, hindi nabigay yung initial values. Okay, sa problem, walang initial values na binigay. So, in order for you to use the bisection method, you need to determine the change in y values, or you need to determine the x values that will have a change in sign doon sa ating y values. Okay? So, say for example, eto. We have the function x cubed minus 4x plus 3. Ayan yung ating function. Okay? Now, wala siyang binigay na interval. So, we are to determine the initial values na gagamitin natin. So, ang gagawin natin is to have x values and then solve for f of x. Say, for example, we start with negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. So, ang goal natin dyan is dapat doon sa f of x, magbago yung kanyang sign. Say, for example, from positive to negative or vice versa. So now let's plug in these values, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, and so on, to the function x cubed minus 4x plus 3. Use your table function in your calculator. Okay? So, if you use that, you will have f of x at -5 equal to -102. So, yung f of x natin nag-start kay negative. So, dapat yung gagamitin natin na interval or initial values should be from negative to positive. Okay? Makikita natin yung change na yon. So, at -4, f of x is equal to -45. So, negative yan, negative din to, wala pang change in sign. So, hindi pa -5 and -4 yung gagamitin natin na initial values. Okay? So, at x equal to -3, f of x will be -12. Still, hindi pa rin nag-change ng sign. At -2, the function is equal to 3. Okay? So, ituloy natin. This will be 6, 3, 0, and 3. Now, ano yung gagamitin natin na initial value? So, if you observe dito sa value ng f of x, kailan nagpalit ng sign? So, it is between these two. From negative, naging positive. Okay, from negative, naging positive. Now, hindi yung -12 and 3 ang gagamitin natin na initial values. Initial values should be x values. So, ang gagamitin will be -3 and -2x values. Okay? Ganon kapag walang binigay na initial values. Okay. Now, let's proceed to an example. O before that, yung formula natin in solving for the x values for the root will be this one. Xn minus 1 plus x sub n all over 2. Okay? So, let's try the example here. Solve using bisection method. Find the root of the equation f of x is equal to x raised to 4 plus 2x cubed minus x minus 1 given the closed interval 0, 1. Stop iteration at absolute error is less than or equal to 0.0001. So in solving for the absolute error, we will be using the formula, the absolute value of new value minus old value. Okay. So ngayon, gagamit tayo ng table para mas madali yung ating solution. Ngayon sa table natin, we will be labeling x negative, x positive, x of n plus 1, and then f of x negative, f of x positive, f of xn plus 1, and then we have your EA. Isasama natin yung EA sa last column because that will be our condition in stopping the iteration. Dapat maging equal to 0.0001 or less than. Okay. Now, meron na siyang binigay na interval which is C, 0, and 1. So, sa table natin, kailangan natin si x minus and x plus. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? So, we will be determining kay 0 and 1 kung sino yung f of x niya is negative. Yun yung ilalagay natin dito sa first column. Okay, so how do we do that? So, we will be substituting. So, at x is equal to 0 and then at x is equal to 1. What will be f of x? Or lagay natin f of 0 and f of 1. So, yung gagamitin natin na equation will be this one. X raised to 4 plus 2x cubed minus x minus 1. Okay, so at x is equal to 0, f of x is equal to negative 1. At x is equal to 1, f of x is equal to 1. So, sabi natin kanina, the root will be found between negative and positive values of y. I know. So, ang gagamitin natin na interval will be the values of x that will have y change its sign. So, since meron tayong change in sign dito kay y, negative to positive, ito yung gagamitin natin. Now, yung i-input natin kay x negative will be the x value that makes f of x negative, which is this one. So, ilalagay natin dito yung 0 and then ilalagay natin dyan yung 1. Since naging positive yung f of x at x is equal to 1. And of course, for f of x negative, yun lang yung value ng f of x at x is equal to 0 since yun yung ating x negative. So, ang ilalagay natin dito will be negative 1 and then for here, that's 1. Nandito lang siya. When we plug in these values, yun yung magiging value ng mga yan. Okay. Now, let's solve for x sub n plus 1. So, x sub n plus 1, yung formula na gagamitin will be this one. X sub n minus 1 plus x sub n. But for now, since yung mga values pa lang natin is 0 and 1, yun yung gagamitin natin to solve for x sub n plus 1. So, this will be equal to 1/2 times 0 plus 1, which is 0.5. Ngayon, yung 0.5 na yan, yun yung ipa-plug in natin kay function to get f of x sub n plus 1. And if we do that, we will have a value equal to negative 1.1875. Okay? Okay, now, for the EA, wala pa naman tayong old value or new value kasi isa pa lang naman yung x sub n plus 1 natin. So, let's skip the first row for EA. Wala muna yan. Then, let's proceed to the second row. Now, ano yung mga i-input natin dyan per column? Okay. So, we will be basing it doon sa ating f of x sub n plus 1. Okay? Anong sign? So, the sign of this one is negative. Now, kung anong sign nito, mapapalitan yung x value. So, since negative yan, mapapalitan si x negative. Instead of using 0, we will be using x sub n plus 1. Okay? So, ang mangyayari dyan, that will be, since negative yan, this will be the new x negative, which is 0.5. And then, yung isa, magre-retain lang na 1. Okay? So, ganon. Okay, to understand it easier, let's have a number line. Okay? So, sabi natin sa bisection method, yung root niya is found between negative and positive y values. So, yung starting values natin is 0 and 1. So, at x is equal to 0, yung nasa baba are x values, yung nasa taas y values. So, at x is equal to 0, f of x or y is equal to negative 1. Ito naman, positive 1. So, negative and positive values ng y. Ngayon, hinaf natin siya, which is naging 0.5. So, approximately, nandito yung 0.5 natin. Now, ano yung nakuha natin na value for y if x is 0.5? That is, ayan, negative 1.1875. Okay? So, since that's negative 1.1875, sabi natin, in using the bisection method, y values or the roots will be found between a negative and a positive y value. So, ano to? Negative, negative, agpadada. So, ibig sabihin, wala dito yung root. Ibig sabihin, nandun kay negative and yung positive. So, it will be found here in the next iteration. Okay? So, kaya, ang gagamitin na natin na x values instead of 0 and 1 will be 0.5 and 1. Okay? Ayan. So, kaya napalitan ng 0.5 and 1 yan. Okay. So, you can do the number line if nahihirapan kayong i-determine kung ano yung mapapalitan na value. Okay, I'll leave it there muna and then proceed with the next iteration. So, ngayon, for the f of x negative natin ngayon is 0.5. Yun yung ilalagay natin dito, yung f of x negative. When we plug in 0.5, yun yung ilalagay natin sa part na to. Now, we don't need to compute again kasi na-solve natin yung 0.5 kanina. Ito yung naging result niya. So, ibig sabihin, ang ilalagay natin kay f of x negative will be negative 1.1875. Okay, and then for x positive, ito lang, hindi naman nagbago yung x positive natin, so therefore, hindi rin magbabago yung f of x positive natin. Ang magbabago na lang will be your f of x sub n plus 1, depending kung ano yung masasolve natin kay x sub n plus 1. So, for this one, we will be having 1/2 times your 2x values, 0.5 plus 1, equal to, if you calculate that, you will have 0.75. Okay, 0.75. Ngayon, yung 0.75 na yan, i-plug in natin dito sa function natin, and then that will be saved or written kay f of x sub n plus 1, which is negative 0.5898. Oh, by the way, I am using 4 decimal places because binase ko siya doon sa EA natin na naka 4 decimal places din. Okay, now, before we proceed to the third iteration, let's determine EA. Since meron na tayong old and new value. So, for the EA, that will be the absolute value of new value natin is 0.75 minus old value na 0.5. This is equal to 0.25. And then let's see if we'll stop the iteration here. That is 0.25. Yung condition natin dapat yung absolute error should be less than or equal to 0.0001. So, napakalayo pa. So, still, let's continue our iteration. Okay. Now, let's proceed to the number line. Gamitin natin ulit yung number line natin. To determine yung mga bagong x values. So, this is 0.5 and this is 1. So, na half yan. So, this becomes 0.75. So, what is f of x at 0.75? That is negative 0.5898. So, since negative, and negative, wala na naman dito yung root natin kasi hindi nag-change yung sign. So, it will be between 0.75 and 1. So, dito natin ulit mahahanap yung root niya on the third iteration. So, what value will change? Since negative ito, magbabago ulit si x minus. Okay? So, we will be using the x sub n plus 1. So, this will be 0.75. And then for x plus, still 1. Okay? And then, using the formula 1/2 times 0.75 plus 1, yun yung magiging value ng x sub n plus 1, which is 0.875. And then for f of x negative, that will be, if we plug in 0.75 doon sa function, we will get yung nandito. And that is negative 0.5898. And then for f of x plus, hindi pa rin siya nagbabago, so 1 pa rin yan. And then we plug in 0.875 to the function to get f of x sub n plus 1. This is equal to 0.0510. And then for the absolute error, that will be the absolute value of 0.875 minus 0.75. That will be equal to 0.107. Still very far from our condition, so we continue our iteration. Now, yung sign nito is positive. So, ibig sabihin, ang mapapalitan is yung x positive. Okay? So, yung 0.75 natin, magre-retain. And then, yung x positive natin, yun yung magbabago. Kukunin natin kay x sub n plus 1. So, this will be 0.875. And then, using the formula ng bisection method, that will be 1/2 times 0.75 plus 0.875. That is equal to 0.8125. So, f of x negative at 0.75, still negative 0.5898. And then for the x positive, yun yung kukunin natin kay f of x sub n plus 1, which is 0.0510. And then we plug in x sub n plus 1 to f of x, we get negative 0.3039. And then for the absolute error, we have, okay, for the previous iteration, the absolute error is not 107, but instead, that is 0.125. Please correct that. And then for the next iteration, the absolute error will be the absolute value of 0.8125 minus 0.875. That is 0.0625. Remember, anak, yung ating absolute error is in absolute value. Okay? So, that will be positive 0.0625. Still far from 0.001. So, let's proceed with the next iteration. Okay. So, negative yung sign natin kay f of x sub n plus 1. So, let me just erase this part. So, if you want to do the number line, you can do that also. So, ano yung magbabago? Since negative ito, magbabago is si x negative. So, ang magiging value ni x negative will be x sub n plus 1, which is 0.8125. Sorry, let me use a different pen color. 0.8125, and then, yung isa will be magre-retain. That will be 0.875. So, let's have x sub n plus 1 that will be, you can pause this video and solve for the x sub n plus 1 using your calculators. So this will be again used for decimal places. So in the calculator, it shows 0.84375, but since we only use 4 decimal places, we will have 0.8438. Okay? And then for f of x negative, so 0.8125 yan. So that will be negative 0.3039. For x positive, still hindi siya nagbago kasi same naman yung value ng x positive natin. So for x sub n plus 1 or f of x sub n plus 1, you will be plugging in 0.8438 to the function and you will get negative 0.1353. Absolute error, that will be the absolute value of 0.8438 minus 0.8125, and then you will get 0.0313. So if you observe, bumababa yung ating absolute error. However, still far from 0.001. So let's continue. So yung mapapalitan ngayon is, since negative yung f of x sub n plus 1 natin, mapapalitan si x negative. So the new value for x negative will be x sub n plus 1 in the previous iteration, which is 0.8438. And then x positive, magre-retain yan. Okay, solving for x sub n plus 1, we have 0.8594. And then your f of x negative will be negative 0.1353. F of x plus is still the same since hindi pa naman napapalitan yung x plus. And then for f of x sub n plus 1, you plug in 0.8594 to the function and you get negative 0.0445. For the absolute error, we have 0.0156. So still far from the condition, so let's continue. So yung f of x sub n plus 1 natin is negative, so mapapalitan ulit yung negative x natin with x sub n plus 1 na 0.8594. And then magre-retain yung x plus natin. Solving for x sub n plus 1, we have 0.8672. For your f of x negative, that is negative 0.0445. And then for x plus, still 0.0510. And then for x sub n plus 1, f of x sub n plus 1, you will have positive 0.0027. And then for the absolute error, that is 0.0078. Okay, so we're getting close to the root kasi dalawang zero na yung nakita natin after the decimal point. But still, we continue. So yung sign nito is positive. So yung magbabago na ngayon is yung x plus. So yung x minus natin will be retained at 0.8594. And then yung x plus natin, yun yung magbabago. So it will be 0.8672. And then for x sub n plus 1, we will have 0.8633. And then for f of x negative, that will be Okay, so na-retain yung x minus natin. So, still 0.0445. And then for the x plus, that will be 0.0027. And then for the f of x sub n plus 1, you plug in this value to f of x, you will get negative 0.0210. For the absolute error, that is absolute value of 0.8633 minus 0.8672, you will get 0.0039. So we're getting close. Now, yung sign nito is negative. So, ang magbabago ulit na x value will be x negative. So, this will be 0.8633. And then ito, magre-retain 8672. X sub n plus 1 will be 0.8653. So, if you observe yung ating x sub n plus 1, lahat na is 86. So, maybe we're getting close to its value or its root. So, for x negative, that will be negative 0.0210. X positive, still 0.0027. F of x sub n plus 1, plugging in 0.8653 to f of x, we get negative 0.0089. And for the absolute error, that will be 0.0020. Okay, so still, let's continue. So, since negative ito, ang magbabago ulit is si x negative. So, this will be 0.8653. X plus will retain at 0.8672. Solving for x sub n plus 1, that is 0.8663. And then for x negative, since f of x negative is equal to that is negative 0.0089, and then for x plus, hindi nagbago, so 0.0027. And then if we plug in 0.8663 to f of x, we get negative 0.0028. And then solving for the absolute error, absolute value of 0.8663 minus 0.8653, you will get 0.0010. So, let's continue still. So, since negative ito, magbabago ulit yung ating x value. So, this will be 0.8663. And then, magre-retain yung x plus natin. So, x sub n plus 1 will be 0.8668. So, yung f of x negative natin will be negative 0.0028, 0.0027. F of x sub n plus 1 will be 0.0002. And then for the absolute error, that will be 0.0005. So, we're getting close, but still, let's continue. So, since positive ito, magbabago will be the x plus. So, this will retain at 0.8663. And then for the x plus, that will be 0.8668. What will be x sub n plus 1? So, that will be 0.8666. And then for x negative or f of x negative, that will be negative 0.0028. This one will be 0.0002. And then for f of xn plus 1, if you plug in 0.8666, you will get negative 0.0010. And then for the absolute error, that will be 0.0002. Okay? So still, let's continue kasi hindi pa natin na-meet yung condition. So since this is negative, your x minus will change again to x sub n plus 1, which is 0.8666. Your x plus will retain at 0.8668. And then x sub n plus 1 will be 0.8667. So f of x negative will be negative 0.0010. F of x plus is 0.002 still. And then f of x sub n plus 1 will be negative 0.0004. And then for the absolute error, that is 0.0001. So since yung condition natin is less than or equal to, we will stop iteration at this point. Okay? So, yung root ng equation natin is equal to yung huling value ng x sub n plus 1. 0.8667. So this is the root of the equation. So that is how you do the bisection method.